What's up everybody, welcome to this video. In this video I'm going to teach you all about the async and await in the JavaScript. So if you know the promises, obviously you can easily handle the async and await also, because async and await is just an extension of the promises. Just like that, it is just a simplified version of the promises. So how we are actually using the promise, similarly we are using all those things in the async and await also. The only thing is just it's like the syntactical sugar of the promise. So in the promises we are creating one kind of a promise, and we are using some functions like resolve and reject, things like that. And if we want to call those things, we can use the then method or catch method to throw some errors, things like that. So similarly we are doing all those things so in this async and await. So we are using this async and await to perform some kind of non-blocking operations, like some asynchronous operation, things like that. Okay, so nothing much about the promises. I will tell you exactly how we have to handle the async and await, and how we have to handle the errors, to catch the errors, throw the errors by using the async and await. Okay, so without further ado, let's jump right into the video, and I'm going to tell you exactly what all about the JavaScript async and await. As you guys can see here, I wrote something over here. So if you are using async keyword before the function declaration, you can use the await. So with in the function, okay, so await gives the power of pass to the function in a non-blocking way until the promise finish. So what actually it mean by that? So basically, if you take any kind of a function, so if you use the async, so then that is then you definitely use the await keyword, so inside that function. So if you are using the await keyword, the meaning is you are passing the function and we are doing some kind of the non-blocking stuff, or some kind of the asynchronous task, things like that. And when it will finish, so until it finish, the await will so do all the things in the promises. Okay, I will take one example here, and I will show you how actually the promise work on all the stuff. Okay, so I will take one function. The function name is timer, and inside that function I will try to write some promise. So return promise, and I will take some resolver and reject, something like this. So this is actually a promise. So I took the new keyword, just I try to return the total promise over here. I took the two functions here. One is the resolver and second one is the rejector. So and after that I will take some set timeout function, and this expects a callback function, and I'm passing 1000 milliseconds, so which is equal to 1 second. So and after that I will call the resolver, and inside the resolve I'm going to write some text here. So this is the timer, and I'm passing the time also here as well. So I will take the time as the argument. Okay, alright, so this is just a normal and regular the promise. Okay, so nothing difficult, just I took one function and I'm returning a promise, and just I took one set timeout function to make some delay. Okay, because I don't want to create some API calls and try to make it complex. I don't want to do like that. So okay, and next I'm going to take some other function. The function name is call. So and inside this function I will take I will try to call this timer, and I will pass 1000 milliseconds, something like this. 1000 milliseconds I will take. You can do like this also. You can just take the initially the value should be like 0 seconds, things like that. Okay, so I will take one console, so that is starting. This is the starting call, and I will write some more things like ending, running call, and this is like ending call, something like that. So and I will try to duplicate some more things here, make it here and make it here, and let me save it. What actually I am getting, let me console this, let me refresh it. It is not working because I didn't call the call function here. So when you save it on the page load, I will get the output. Okay, let me save it. You can see starting call, running call, and ending call. So, okay, so this is actually a promise. So but it is not working well because it so I just sending multiple times to the 1000 milliseconds, but still it is not working. Let me clear it and refresh it. It is not working. So how can make this function into the asynchronous function? So now the async and await comes into the handy. So instead of using the then method, so in the await and when you are using the async and await, we have to use the keywords, so something like this. So I'm gonna first I'm gonna write something like this. So I will take the await, and before that also I will take something like await. Here also I will take await. Now let me save it and what actually you are getting. Let's go ahead and save that. So obviously you will get some error, I know. Let me save it. Okay, so we got some error. So because just see what is actually showing. So await is only valid in asynchronous functions and top level body of the modules. So the meaning is if you are using the await, definitely you have to make the function into the async. Okay, so how can we do that? Just come to here and you need to just put something like async. Let me save it now. Alright, it is working well. Now you can see. Let me refresh it. Starting call, running call, and ending call. Okay, so everything is working fine. Just for example, I took just so this one, and I'm trying to run some code over here. Okay, so I hope you understand. So actually async and await works. I will take one example, another example, and I will try to explain you a little bit better. Okay, so I already wrote some code here. So let me uncomment this and save it. So as you guys can see here, so this is actually my previous example. If you watched my previous promises video, I'm just taking the same example over here. I don't want to make the things complicated. Okay, so the first thing here, let me explain it once again. So first and foremost, I just took one function. The function name is order, and I'm passing one parameter, it is the item. So and I just took one variable, const variable, and I created one promise. The promise takes the two arguments. One is the resolver function and the second is the reject function. And this is the set a timeout. So inside the set timeout, I'm just called the resolver function and passing some statement, something like that, and taking this item and passing over here, and I'm just passing the 1000 milliseconds to make this code into the asynchronous. Just I'm returning my order. Okay, so let me save it. So nothing happening here. Okay, so now what I actually going to do, I'm just try to pass one item so to this function. The main goal of this function is I will pass some kind of the item, and I will try to get the item from the promises. Okay, so let me uncomment this and save it. You can see I got the promise. Okay, so what actually I did, I took one constant, and this is the order function which I took. This is the promise function. I'm passing the chicken over here, and then try to console my order to this. Okay, so let me save it. Now you can see, so how we get the output in the promises. Similarly, we are getting the output over here. So you can see the promise is the prototype and fulfilled, and I got the chicken. The item is actually came over here. Okay, so now I wanted to get the output. So I mean I wanted to get this particular value. So this I got chicken value of the promise. How can I get? Okay, now I will going to create one function. So to call this promise. So this is the function. So the function name is like as a my order, and after that I will take one const. So order one. So inside the inside that I will take something like order, and I will try to pass chicken, something like that. Let me save it, and I will try to console this, and let me save it. So what will get the output right now? So of course we won't get any output because I didn't call this my order function. So my order, let me save it. Okay, so obviously you are getting the promise. So what we have to do to get the value of this promise? Okay, so I got the chicken, we need that one. So how can we make this? So to make this we need to put the await keyword, and let me save it. Obviously we will get some error. See the reason I didn't put the async over here. Okay, so let me put the async, write the async, let me save it. You will get the output. Okay, order 1, I got the chicken. Okay, nice. Now I wanted to pass multiple items. So now I pass the chicken, I wanted to pass the eggs, and I want to pass the nuts, things like that. Let me duplicate it, and now so I wanted to write something like eggs, and I will also pass nuts. Let me save it. Now we'll get some error. Let me change the variable names. 3 order 1 comma order 2 comma order 3, save it. Now we'll get the output like this. Okay, so pretty much good, right? So everything is working fine, but the thing is this syntax is a little bit weird. Okay, so taking the items like this, order 1 order 2, and putting the await multiple times. So this is not actually the correct way, I know. So to fix this problem I will do one thing. Okay, so there is a simpler way to call all those things in one single go. So what actually I am going to do, I will just remove this await keyword over here, and await keyword here also, and here also. Let me remove this, and I will take one const and total orders, and I will take some promise. So promise dot all or promise dot all. Just I'm passing all those things and trying to console this. So in the console, I need to put the await over here. Let me save it. So now I got one error. So the reason is I didn't put the brackets over here, so the array brackets. Let me save it. So obviously you will get the output over here. Okay, you can see. So all those things came in the array format. So array of 1, array of 2, array of 3. Okay, so this is the much elegant way. So instead of calling all those things, okay, so this is very much more better way, guys. So instead of doing like this, you can also use some other inbuilt methods also. What actually this all, I already told this all method in my promises video. So dot all is actually the promise static method. You can use that, and you can just try to console this in the array format. So there is another method like dot all settle. If you just use that, you will get the output like in the form of array of objects. Let me save that. You can see we'll get the array of objects, and we can also get the status and value of the promise. Okay, and there is another method I already told you in the promise video. Erase and save it. Now you can get the very first order. So which item get executes very faster, obviously you will get that one. Okay, all right. So here the thing is, how can we handle the errors? So that is the thing here. So I will tell you how to do that one also. So there are different ways to catch the errors, do the error handling. The very first way is the try and catch method. I think you already know the try catch method. So let me try and catch method, and let me move all those things in the try. Let me save it. So in the catch method I will try to console something error. Okay, so now I don't get any kind of error because I didn't pass any error thing here. Let me save it. Okay, everything is working fine, right? So now I wanted to throw an error. So how can you do that? So here, instead of passing the nuts, I will pass some other thing like apple, something like that. Here I already wrote some code. So what is actually mean by this? I'm actually passing the items over here. Just I'm checking if the item is include, like if the item is apple, so I need to throw some error like this. Okay, so I hope you understand. So what actually it is showing, you can see. So in the array, so wrong product name. Okay, so it is throwing something error over here. Okay, that is one of the way to catch the error. So what actually this try and catch? The try means if anything is executed, that comes under this try. If anything gets failed or throw any kind of the error, that comes into the catch. Okay, so this is one of the way. So I will remove this try catch method, and I will try to explain you some more methods also. So let me remove this try and catch. Let me save it. Everything is working fine. Cool. So there is another method, that is the catch method. You can directly use over here. So you can directly use the catch method. This is also expect a callback function. Let me save it. Is it working fine or not? Okay, so it is working pretty much fine. Okay, so this is one of the another method. You can use the directly .catch method. Okay, and is there any methods to use this? Okay, we have some other methods also. Let me remove this. You can directly call. Yeah, we have some other methods also. You can directly call to this function. You can use the catch method over here. Let me console this and put the error. Let me save it. What is the output over here? Okay, so it is working also. It is also working well. So is there any other methods? I think we can do some other things also. Let me cut this. I already told this in my promise video. You can write something like handle error. You can write the handle error like this, and we can just take one const handle error, and this is the arrow function. So inside the arrow function, then just try to use that. So is it working well? Yes, it is working well. Okay, so like this you can use however you want. You can just take the catch method over here. You can use the reusable error method, like reusable error function like this. It is entirely up to you guys. That's all about the asynchronous and await. The only thing is, if you are using the promises, you are using the then method. Instead of using that, you can use async and await to much cleaner way. Okay, so that's pretty much it, guys. If you really like something interested in this video, please click the like button and share to your friends. And if you have any kind of questions, please comment below in the comment section. I will definitely answer you. I hope you enjoyed this video. I will see you guys in the next video.